Hello fluffy gamers! Patch 1.2 is up on the test server, so let's check what's new, what's old and what's broken. We'll start in Arcane. Here we have a few new NPCs and some quests. I got all the new quests from the blue quest panel. And the quest for the new appearance change NPC is also there. But if you want to go straight to that NPC, head to the other side from the quest panel into the back alley. Once you see the blue face hologram, that's the spot, just around the corner from there, and there she is. With just 5,000 Solaris, you can get the new look for yourself.
Or a murder investigation?
Once you are done in Arcane, hop over to Hagga village. The first thing you'll notice is that they finally fixed the map. Hagga also has the quest panel with a few new quests and the new appearance change NPC. If you don't want to follow quests, go where the Swordmaster is. And you can see the same blue face hologram. Just down the stairs and there is the man. But I must say, I would not trust this guy to touch my face. He looks very sus. In both cities we currently have a bunch of issues with interacting with NPCs. But the most broken thing right now seems to be the new main questline. From multiply crashes to NPCs missing chat lines or failing to trigger the next events. What worries me most is that the bug report system is also broken, so we can't report those issues, and by the time they fix it, there will be only a handful of players left on the test server. I'm hoping for the best, but be ready for the buggy experience when this patch hits the live. Let's head to Hagga and see the new NPCs there. The first thing you might notice is the red flares popping off. Those are new dynamic NPCs. So far I met two types. One who offers a small quest to kill some NPC in nearby base, and the other who sells resources. 100 iron every 6 days. Not sure if that's worth having a whole NPC. But even these NPCs can't escape having some issues. I noticed that the light from the flares comes through the buildings, and at some point it disappears, and then comes back again. At first I thought it's something to do with the building, but I soon realized it's not. It's the in-game engine only allowing one flare to have light effects, and it depends which one you're facing. So if I look out there, this one goes dark, and when I look back, it lights up again. Disco! They also changed the vehicle repair sound. Not sure why that was necessary. I had some issues in Hagga with getting the middle wing repaired on the assault copter, but it was fine in deep desert. So go figure. They also tuned up the assault storage. Now we have few extra slots and double the weight limit. I do like that one. And then they added an option to rename storage containers, vehicles and fabricators. When you type in a name, it might seem a little bit slow, but I think it's because it's using the chat filter to check if you didn't type anything naughty. They also tweaked the permission lists. Now you need to know that number 1 is public and number 5 is the owner. Why that was necessary, I have no idea. Also, the vehicle naming is only useful for the system log for now, so you can see what vehicle got destroyed. In the storage list, those names don't show up. Hopefully someday they will. Also worth mentioning is that the chat filter is now turned up. You can't say Hagga anymore. Maybe it's because it thinks hag is a bad word? Not sure. But you can say fluffy bums. Well, I wouldn't filter that either. They also added new island in the Hagga. What's in there? I'll leave that to you to discover. But you can see the new horizon line when we fly with a copter. It's much more visible than before. More changes were made to the map UI. Now we can track or untrack quests, which is really helpful for beginners. I wish we had that earlier. Another long-awaited change is to the death screen UI. Now you can see more clearly where you can respawn with new icons for the vehicle, base and the checkpoints. Also, if you look on the map, the vehicle has a new icon. While talking about checkpoints, they removed checkpoints in Deep Desert labs. That includes also all the aero labs. In other places, such as shipwrecks, you can now see the small notification when the checkpoint is added. Also, in the lab 163 in Hagga, I found this old place. I never seen this before. I wonder if they're going to make something here, or is it just something they forgot to remove? Huh, very interesting. One big thing everyone seems to want to try out is the hamster wheel, but we are not able to build it on a test server currently. Maybe they don't want us to spoil it, or maybe there is something broken. Anyway, we can see some of the stats. And I have to say, I don't think we'll be riding these in deep desert like the trailer showed. With such low base speed, I don't think it would be able to outrun the worm. The worm goes around 150 kilometers an hour, and this wheel, even with the booster, I don't think it will go faster than 140, if even that much. Next, the long-awaited change. Quick seat swapping with F keys. But as you can already expect, this has some bugs. When in buggy laser, if you swap back to the driver's seat while still holding down the mouse button, the laser won't turn off. And when I hop back, I don't have to click the mouse. The laser is still going. But now when I hop back to the driver's seat, it will shut off. I'm little worried about the assaults in PvP, because it's pretty similar. If you swap seats while the booster is on, well, first you go into free fall, but you do that without tilting the nose down, and when you press F1 to get back on the pilot seat, the booster will instantly turn on. The temp gauge is false now, but still, I think this mechanic can be used in PvP situations in a way that it shouldn't be. Then we got a new rocket launcher. This doesn't need any parts from Deep Desert to build, and it has auto lock included. Well, pay attention to your surroundings when shooting that. Sadly, I didn't find anyone to try the copter alert system with it, so I have nothing for that. Sometimes I wish I had more subscribers than this game has players. Maybe you can help? But what I do have is all the Skillmaster armors. We start with a trooper, and it comes with a Mendex rattle rifle. If you're already done all these quests, then you should be able to claim those rewards in your journey tab. Next is Mentant, and it comes with Tofir best rifle. All these armors have their skill-specific boosts, so you might want to pay close attention to their stats. Next is Planetologist. First it's the still suit that we got earlier, and then the armor. Planetologist is the only one who doesn't get any weapons. Then we have Bene Gesserit, and it comes with a little adept disruptor. Also, all these armors can be colored with swatches. And the last one is a swordmaster, and it comes with a jot sword. Those pants make my hips look very wide, don't they? Or are these the hips that don't lie? Also, all these armors will be unlocked in the research tab, so you can remake them if you lose them or they get worn out. The materials seem to be all the same and findable in Hagga. With this new gear we can go do some PvE fights. The NPCs got some new upgrades too. They are much more reactive now, shields go up much faster, and they also seem to like hiding and crouching down if they don't know where you are. Some more changes in Deep Desert. They said they made adjustments for the floor sand distribution. I didn't notice any change with that, so nothing to report here. And they also said spice field generation adjusted to allow for smoother resource generation. Now I'm not sure what they wanted to do, but around this ringmouth spice field you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 medium spice fields. There is 2 more in the south, and I think I saw 1 or 2 in the east. So that's 7 medium spice fields around here. If that's what they are calling smoother generation, then well, okay. And now let's talk about my biggest friend, the worm. I had a bug I never had before. Just like that, I fell through the ground. And that's one long fall. The bad news is that it turns into a PvP zone at some point, so when I eventually die, I'll have respawn time. The good news though is that they did change in the last patch that the worm takes longer to eat abandoned vehicles. So I have little time. Even better is that none of my gear took any durability penalty on this death. So I guess this is some special type. So happy ending this time. But what I wanted to talk about is this line. The sandworm will now check if there are players or vehicles nearby when selecting a location for the breach animation. This should reduce instances of being randomly killed by a sandworm. This hasn't happened to me anyway, but I spent another few hours with my fluffy buddy, and it never killed me by jumping out under me. Furthermore, I think this change has made them spawn more in the distance than the close-up. Yes, sometimes they still do hop out in your face, or like in a few 100-meter radius, and push the camera way back, but it feels a little more rare than before. And if you want to know more about my fluffy worm friend, then please go check out the video I did about it, explaining all the ways how it's not so dangerous at all. That's all I have for now. Have fun and stay fluffy.